When I met Janey, it was love at first sight. I know that sounds stupid and immature, but it was. I saw her, and my heart melted. There was one problem though. I'd been dating her mother, Meredith, for almost a year. I know. Don't shit where you eat. I get that now. Trust me. I've learnt my lesson. But I was a different person then. How did you not see Janey until later on in the relationship? Why didn't Meredith introduce you earlier? Janey just wasn't ever around. Anyways, I knew Janey loved me as much as I loved her, but she would never reciprocate those feelings. I never tried anything when Meredith was around, but when she was gone, I would ask Janey to run away with me, to be with me, to love me. Janey's answers were always infuriating. She never seemed that interested. She usually just ignored everything I said, playing hard to get. I would end up yelling and she would end up screaming. Match made in heaven, right? Sometimes, when the anger bubbled over, I would grab her shoulders and shake her like a rag doll. She would just scream louder at me. She was kind of cute when she got all red in the face and that vein in the middle of her forehead and stood out. But like I said, it was infuriating. Meredith and I fought sometimes, but it was nothing like the fights Janey and I would have. I think it was just that I loved her so much, and she never returned my love in the way I needed it. Sometimes Janey would just start screaming at me for no reason. Guys, you know what I'm talking about. You come home after a long day at work, but you forgot to bring food with you, and you were supposed to remember. A simple mistake. Don't lie, you know you've done it before. The last big fight that Janey and I had before I split was the worst. Meredith was at some stupid film festival downtown. She said that if she didn't get out of the house, she'd go crazy. She needed to reconnect with her girlfriends. Have some girl time or whatever. That was fine with me. I like being alone with Janey. I like to think that Janey liked me being there too. So I'd left the house for a little to go rent a DVD for Janey and I to watch. I came home to full on screaming and screeching. The curses Janey was using didn't even register because I couldn't understand a thing she was saying. I guess she didn't like the DVD I picked. Like usual, I tried to calm her down. I told her I'd run out right then and get a different movie. Something better. It wasn't a big deal, and I could fix it. She wasn't having it though. She screamed at me even more. I told her I loved her. I got down on my knees and begged for her to calm down. To just stop screaming at me. And love me for once in her goddamn life. Janey wouldn't stop screaming at me though. Just wouldn't stop. I hugged her to my chest and told her it would be okay. It would be okay. We could be together. We could be happy together. She screamed, even louder, right in my fucking ear. So, I threw her against the wall. Doesn't make that sound, I guess. More of a... Nah, not really. I don't know. Janey was tough. I thought she could take it. I heard something crunch when she hit the wall. Then she fell 5 feet to the ground. Her head cracked against the tile. It's fucked up. But I started laughing. Have you ever opened your mouth in a big hole and knocked on the top of your skull with your, knuckles? Look, I'll show you. Can you hear that? Ah, my head hurts. Ow. That's the noise her skull made as it cracked against the tile. I left her there. The blood pouring from her ears and nose soaking into her jammies. You see why I laughed, right? I called Meredith and told her there'd been an accident. I told her that I'd dropped her baby girl. By accident. I think my girlfriend's trying to kill me. Let me back it up a little. I met Rachel 6 months ago. I saw her on the far side of the lecture hall in Psychology 101. The lecture halls where they hold this class at the University of Texas are massive. They're these 300 capacity monster halls where no one feels as if they're getting the individual attention they deserve, including me. So you can understand how stunning Rachel must have been to catch my eye from across this giant sea of students. Stunning. That's a good word to describe her, because she was that, and more. Seeing her was a breath of fresh air. After the year-long ordeal that was Jessica, I was still feeling a little sick over my ex, but once I saw Rachel, my heartache took a back seat to the fluttering of butterflies in my stomach. It might have only been something I ate for lunch that day, but I didn't think so. I had to introduce myself to Rachel. I had to meet her. It took me several days to screw up the courage to talk to her though. Once I did, everything went smooth. I picked her up for our first date. 2 nights later, we went out, had drinks, and she moved in. Kinda fast, right? Yeah, I thought so too. But she was hot, so I didn't dig any deeper. Story of my fucking life. Our relationship started off rocky. We broke up so many times over the course of those 5 months that it feels like there wasn't a single day that passed without Rachel telling me how much she hated me. I knew it was an abusive relationship, but she never left, and she never cheated. That's the important thing. No matter what was going on in our relationship, she was always there. She was always present. Now, I think she's trying to kill me. We quit fighting about a month ago, but I can still see that old hate flare up. At times, I'll ask her about her day, and instead of answering me, she'll just give me that look. That hateful fucking look. I can see that hatred burning in her eyes, and it hurts me. I'd rather things go back to the way they were. I'd rather her tell me how much she hates me and how she wants to leave me. Anything would be better than the silent treatment. When we have lunch, Rachel doesn't eat anymore. She just stares at me. I'll offer her a sandwich, and she won't say anything. Anything. I actually think that's how she's killing me. The lunch meat. Poison. Yeah. Rachel's doing it on purpose. She knows I love sandwiches. I think she also knows that I used to eat sandwiches with Jessica. I love Rachel with all my heart. I really do. But Jessica kept better. Janey was immature, so I left her. Jessica disappeared on me after being miserable for a year, and just last month, Rachel tried to kill me. Yeah. This is my life. Can you believe it? After I dumped Rachel, I picked up Kelly. She didn't work out either, so I dumped her too. After that breakup, I thought long and hard about what needed to happen next. I needed to reevaluate what I wanted and what needed to happen. I needed to find someone or something that would make me happy. Last Saturday night, I went out. I wasn't really looking for love, but I found it. So here we are again. But this time, I think I got it right. I think I found my happy ending. My slice of perfection. My new girlfriend's name is Marissa, and she's perfect. People always act like it's so hard to get a girlfriend. Guys, just look around. Seriously, there's a ton of potential everywhere. Just look at me. Finding a girlfriend is simple. I scored the perfect one this time. My ex, Kelly, was such a mess. She couldn't go a day without falling apart over the tiniest thing. Do you know how annoying that is? To come home and find your girlfriend in pieces for absolutely nothing. It's miserable. I dumped her because she couldn't keep her shit together. Definitely not the type of girl you want to put a ring on. My new girlfriend, though, she completes me. Yeah, I know, it's corny. It's really soon to be saying that. I'm all too aware. Trust me. Marissa completes me, though. She's perfect. She's gorgeous. She's mine. You know those wavy girls in the magazines and runways that real women always bitch about? That's Marissa, to a T. Real women may have curves, but I'm not attracted to that. I actually like seeing my girlfriend's hip bones. Also, I couldn't care less about huge breasts. Marissa's are tiny. Almost not even there. Boobs just get in the way. And Marissa's smile? Wow. Her smile is radiant and constant. It fills me with hope that things are getting better. Oh, did I mention the sex? Having sex with her is amazing. Because she's so thin. She never gets her periods. I'm balls deep 24/7. And she's always willing to give me a blowjob. It's awesome. The only bad thing is the cold feet. I guess that's not really all that bad though. Most women have cold feet. I feel like I'm on the cusp of true happiness. Janey was a mistake, and Rachel was a bad decision. I like to think that I'm moving forward with my life. Marissa and I are in it for the long haul. I finally have hope in everything I ever dreamed of. Well, almost everything. Last night, Marissa and I sat down and had a long talk. I think we're ready for kids. I know what you're saying. You think you're ready for kids after 1 week? The answer is most certainly yes. And I'm going to get right on that. Once I find my shovel. It's all that keeps me from my happy place. I think the last place I used it was at the what do you call it? The cemetery. That's it. Last Saturday night, if I'm not mistaken.